right, I think I've had enough time with Delta Force to make a fair assessment. Now, for those of you DMZ players watching, or if you're just interested in Delta Force as a whole, I want to give you guys a little bit of perspective on the game so far. So for those of you guys that don't know, I have about 3,000 hours in DMZ, and DMZ stopped getting updates, and it's now being overrun with cheaters, exploiters, one-shot shotguns. It's an endless amount, and Call of Duty won't fix it. So we've been looking for a new extraction game, and Delta Force seems to be the perfect fit. This game will be for PC, mobile, and console on final release. But there's a couple things you should know. First off, I want to give you guys my thoughts on Delta Force. So first off, this is an alpha, so stuff could change. This is not even the beta. This is the alpha. Now, I want to say Delta Force has actually done an incredible job. And I know a lot of you guys are talking about inventory management. They have made this as simple as possible while keeping that extraction shooter feel. This is pretty common. This is a very common way to do loot management within an extraction shooter, but they've made it even easier when you go to start a game or pick a map. You can come in here. I know a lot of other ones do it, but not this way. You can go into loadout. You can build your own loadouts and buy them immediately right here. Or they even have something called gear sets that allow you to buy preset gear, and they go up by level. This is actually one of my favorite features about Delta Force. It makes gearing back up less of a hassle, even though you have to drag and drop whenever you want to do something over here, which is normal for an extraction shooter, don't get me wrong. There's a couple things I think Delta Force really needs in order for it to thrive and appeal to the casual player base, because I would say this game is somewhere between DMZ and Tarkov. Now, there's a hard line. So we have enough hardcore extraction shooters. We have Tarkov. We have, what's that new one? Arena Breakout that's coming out. It's pretty hardcore, I would say. It's close to this, but I think it's a little bit more hardcore. So I think one thing that really needs to happen is the TTK. So at the beginning of when I started playing this game, the TTK was great. However, people started getting a higher tier ammos, and now it seems that the TTK is really low. Or really fast. Low, it's the same thing. I'm getting one tapped or two tapped by an SMG, so it's kind of weird. I have put in a recommendation to the devs to hopefully they can figure out a way, because I think raising the base health would be helpful. But I think that the TTK needs to rise up a little bit. I think that the TTK is going to scare off casual players, because I personally don't like the TTK as it is right now. But that also could just be personal preference. I don't know. I'm used to the TTK and DMZ, where I think it was pretty balanced. I liked being able to, if you get shot at, you can move about and reposition yourself in a way that you can take a fight. As a mostly solo player, I really only play solo. If I get shot at, I want to have the opportunity to take these guys to a different realm where I can give myself a little advantage. And where it's at currently, if I get shot at and I get hit with 2 or 3 bullets of the good ammo, I'm dead. And if they hit me in the face, it's one shot. So I think that needs to be adjusted a little bit. The TTK is my biggest problem with the game right now. Literally. Everything else has been done so much better than I could have expected. Like, I don't want to hype up a game. And you guys, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I'm very, very selective. That's why I haven't made this video yet. But a lot of us thought Gray Zone was going to come in and take over, but that game just really wasn't good. And with such a shady launch, it wasn't even worth. I played one game and I uninstalled it. And then they're having multiple problems now, and the game is all but dead. With less than 1,000 players on Steam playing at a time, the game is dead, and they're still trying to fix their shoddy release. Now, one thing I did find about releases with this, so this is an alpha, right? Before the beta, alpha, beta, whatever you guys want to call this, but it's supposed to be before beta. And they wanted to wait to release this because they wanted it more polished. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this game is more polished than any Call of Duty game I've played on full release. And we're still in alpha. They are doing a fantastic job at making this game feel nice. I would say in my multiple days of playtime here, I have seen 2 bugs, maybe? One of them could have even been user error. The game is so well put together. And for them to have a game like this good, before it's even in beta, tells me that they're striving to be excellent. And I can respect that. And I love that. And it's incredible. I kind of went off on a tangent there. One other feature that they need to bring, actually, I think with this one feature, minus the TTK, it would be the next big extraction shooter for everyone. And that is proximity chat. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm in the creator team of Delta Force, so I have a community manager. We have an open line with the devs. I have recommended that the TTK be increased and that we get proximity chat. I think that we need proximity chat. It helps create a different type of engaging gameplay. It allows you to be friendly when you want, or, you know, to play like mind warfare on your enemy, which I personally enjoy. There's a lot of opportunity with it, and it's I think proximity chat is needed. By the way, if you guys have any features after watching this or seeing any Delta Force gameplay, drop them down below, and I can pass them along to the game suggestion dev team. I would be more than happy to if you think it's missing something. Now, another thing I want to bring up here, this is what we call the black site. So this is basically like the forward operating base in DMZ, or Tarkov has something similar. I'm not sure this game will appease to Tarkov players. I think they're really going for a casual player base like DMZ. And I think in order to do that, they need to make the changes, as I've stated in this video, in order to really capture that audience. Because trust me, the DMZ players want something new. And I know a lot of you guys in the comments are going to say COD forever. Like, COD has providing the most janky and bugged games for I don't know how long, and people keep buying them because there's nothing better. I ran a poll, and most people play Call of Duty because there's no other options on console, which I didn't really realize. However, Delta Force is here, and it will be on console. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering, how are we going to loot on console? And I know I keep going off on tangents because I keep remembering things that I keep seeing in my comment section. Hopefully, they figure out the looting system for console. I assume it'll be pretty easy. It's fairly simple on PC, the way you can do it. So hopefully that's one thing else that they can figure out. But anyways, this is your black site. This is where you can come, your armor bench. Keep your focus on you make ammo, craft armor, craft meds up there, work out. This will increase your stamina and stuff. You can't actually do anything, you just upgrade it within your thing. But it makes it so you can run longer or faster, or less flinch, that type of thing. I think this is very, very well put together. This is one thing DMZ was missing entirely and completely. And then you have your over here you can do guns, your armory, and then you get a firing range full with every feature you would possibly want, allowing you to try guns with any attachment you want before you even buy them. Everything they've done has had so much thought. Now, I've noticed a couple of you guys just saying PvP. Yes, there are a lot of missions. These are different things of missions here. As you can see, I've cooked, and there is a lot. As you do missions, more unlock. So if I can go back here and show you guys, with these guys, I have completed 14 missions. With these guys, I've completed 4, 3, 5, and then 9. So this is my newest one. There's a lot of missions, and there's different things you can do within it. These are things you can buy or trade for. Every single item in the game that you loot, you can take out or and sell, or you can come in here and trade for stuff. Or we'll call it craft. So see how this item? You need these 2 items to craft it. Like this, if you're a DMZ player, or if you're looking to get into extraction shooters, Delta Force is probably by far the best option, and it's free to play. And I want to make it very well aware, because I've been seeing it in my comment section. A lot of you guys have been asking me how much money I was paid by Delta Force to jump ship and push this game as hard as I have been. Now, this might surprise you guys. Also, there's ranked. I haven't been paid by Delta Force at all. The only interaction I've had with Delta Force, they gave me keys to give away. They tell me about updates, and I got early access to the game. I have not been paid by Delta Force a single dollar. I am just a person who enjoyed DMZ and who wants a good casual shooter extraction experience. And I know a lot of you guys do too, but they haven't paid me a dollar. This video right here is not sponsored. I don't make anything on it. So make sure you drop a like on it. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want more Delta Force content, please consider subscribing. And if I missed anything, or if you guys have recommendations, put them down below for others watching this video. And I'm very excited to see what comes of Delta Force. And I truly hope, if you're a DMZ player, you give it a fair chance, because it's actually really good.